there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today there is a special kind of video that I'm doing. So it's a little bit controversial maybe. I don't know how people feel about Resplendent Heroes.
They don't like them. Still controversial to this day. I look the same. Better hoodie, but I still look the same. And I guess that's something to be happy about. Oh, past Brian, if I could go back and tell you all the things of 2020, I would, my friend. Also, why is my mic so echoey? What am I... Did I not have my mic up close to my face? God, this is cringy. Anyway, not the point. Not the point of this video. Well, now that that's settled, I didn't want to watch the rest of that video. That would have been too cringe. We're gonna take a look at some more new Resplendents, right? So this is maybe like a retrospective on that year one video, and I got a couple right. I picked 8. Okay, so I had 4 5 stars and then 4 3 4 stars, and of that squad, Minerva and Lind both got Resplendents, which is pretty dope. I also had Celica and Jafar picked for 5 stars. And then for the 4s, I struck out completely. I had Adult Tiki, Merrick, May, and Lucius. But we're older. We're wiser now, right? I'm smarter than I was back then. I think maybe this time around we're going to use the brigade format instead of the teams format. Because, frankly, I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but it's all good. So now I have 10 5 stars and I have 10 for 3 stars, and we'll take a look at who I think I'd rather have. Or you could just, look at the screen and then not have my commentary, but then you'd be missing out on a lot of uhs and I think type stuff, right? Of course. So I still have Celica here. I still think Celica would make a good Resplendent. We have Alm. Now that we know that we have Alm, I feel like if it would make sense, right? Getting Celica in here. Love Celica. Her stat line, it's interesting. I don't know what she looks like with, full merges and then full dragon flowers, but 38 speed is a little bit middling. I assume she'd maybe hit 40 at max merges, and then probably like 42 to 43 with dragon flowers. Somewhere around there, I assume, is what she would hit. So that would be okay. But if you had that extra oomph, right, those extra 2 points, you'd be a little bit higher. And she's one of the interesting ones because you can see she has kind of like a brazen built in to her weapon. And I don't feel like brazen skills are used that often. So it might make her a little more unique, I guess, to build. I always like building characters off of their weapons, and usually when they get a refine, it kind of sets them apart, makes them a little more unique, and that lets me get a better idea of what they should be. You know what I mean? Jafar. I'm still holding out for my dude Jafar. Okay, I don't care if they gotta make Resplendent Nino to do it. I think they should. I think they're missing out by not doing it. And look, it deals 10 damage to targets and foes within 2 spaces of target, and inflicts defense res -7 through the next action. Also, magic foes can't counterattack. That seems like a really good Bramimon counter for ether raids, don't you think? I think it does. So, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I know. Your next mission, please, is to become a Resplendent Hero, Jafar. So I think ultimately he might get a new life in ether raids if maybe he had a Resplendent. I don't know if that's enough to save him, but you can see like with Celica, he's got better speed already, right? Because she's at +4, he's at +2. So I don't know. I hope for Jafar's sake that he gets in there. Sonia, not one I would pick normally. But since we had the Hall of Forms just recently, it's interesting to maybe think about her getting a Resplendent. I don't know how that would work with forming units, though. You know what I mean? Because, if you form at somebody, are you then able are you able to turn their forma resplendent also? Is that how that works? I don't know. The mind boggles to think about that, which is kind of why I brought it up. So I think Sonia would be a good pick. She has kind of an interesting refine to her preferred, which is dope. But you don't have to use that, I guess. But either way, green tome, I'm on board with it. Nephany. Oof, Nephany. Not, again, these aren't necessarily bad arts or anything. I'm just thinking about stuff that I would like to use again. So it's mostly a selfish list. But I don't know. Nephany's stat line is just kind of, it's all over the place for me. You know, the speed isn't great anymore. The attack is good, but not too good. You know, Dauntless Lance. Yeah. She has Wrath. That's what her claim to fame is. I never know if I should go plus attack or plus speed. I don't know what to do with Nephany. So if we had maybe a Resplendent Nephany, my life might be better. And again, I don't know if any of these are eligible by your guys' definition. They're just what I like, okay? Don't take this away from me. I had a really good week. Let me keep flowing on this vibe, please. Ninian. So we've got Lynn, we've got Hector, we've got Ellawood. We've got Roy, we've got Lolina. Where's the Ninian of it all? We don't have any Resplendent dancers, actually. Ninian, I feel like, is part of that core elite group, right? Like, Blazing Blade doesn't really happen without her, right? So, why have we not recognized Ninian's supremacy in Resplendent form? I don't understand. She's like a perfect candidate for Neefle, right? And again, the art's not necessarily bad. I like the art. But, I feel like she's pretty popular. She could use a little boost, right? A little something different. I don't know. She just had a Harmonized where she was like, you know, the backup act to Tiki, but, I mean, come on. Mia. Oh, Mia. Me, oh my. Mia. I don't think anything's actually wrong with Mia. I don't think anything's wrong with Mia. I genuinely don't. I just think she's cool. Like, anytime I play any Tellius game, she is always like a superstar. So, I don't know, man. Like, give me the incentive to try and plus 10 Mia at some point. You know? Make her top. I mean, she's good, right? But if she had a little extra stat boost, maybe she would be S tier. I don't know. Still need a lot of investment. Her claim to fame is still Flashing Blade 3. So, I mean, there's that. I'm sure she has a refine that's better than that for now. But, like, you know, she has Wrath. She has Wrath built into her blade. What? This one. This one here. I know no one's gonna, you know, no one's gonna disagree with me on Ishtar, right? Look, I am a fan of blue tomes, okay? It's just a fact of life at this point. Why not add another blue tome to the mix? We have Reinhardt now, okay? We've got Micaiah. We've got, Lind. Olwyn, I think, is blue tome Resplendent, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Irregardless, put Ishtar in, okay? Make her a thing. Make Resplendent Ishtar real, IS. Do it. Let me create an army of blue tome Resplendent units. Please and thank you. Again, her art's not bad. It's genuinely not. And her stat line's good too. I just want more blue tone Resplendents. That's really the thing. This is going to be the most controversial pick. And I know that because it's Lynn. And it's not only just Lynn, but it's Brave Lynn on top of that. I think maybe her outfit is, how do I say, less inventive compared to the other Braves. Like Ike obviously is fashioned very heavily after his father. Lynn's is also, but they kind of have the same aesthetic, right? Like, it's pretty much the same tunic and everything, just with, like, the fur sash. I don't know what that is. And then something different in the hair. But it's pretty much the same lint, right? So, I mean, if this one got a Resplendent, I wouldn't be upset about it, because obviously I have her at +10. This was not intentional either. I just want to point that out. I've gotten so many Brave Lins within the first, 2 or 3 years. It just happened naturally. And she was even plus speed to begin with. So, I never actually went out of my way to pull for more Brave Lins. I was mostly going for Ikes whenever the Brave Bears pop back up. So, I mean, again, another selfish pick on my part for sure. Sigurd. Let me build a Sigurd, IS. He's got a unique B skill. Man, come on. What is this? And Flyers have unique Bs that they can go for. Cavs are pretty much restrained to lull skills, I think. I don't know that they have a whole lot else, to be honest, so make him awesome again. Give him a little extra stat. I mean, 32 speed, what are you going to do with that, IS? What are you trying to do with that? 16 res. I know it's a Bane, but bruh, I thought I'm over here trying to do, defensive stuff. What? I thought I'm over here trying to tank. What's going on here? Sigurd, again, good art. No complaints about the art. But, I don't know, just give a little extra something. He deserves it. This is not something that I want. I just want to be perfectly clear about that. I don't want another Myrrh. I don't need another Myrrh. But I feel like it's inevitable. It's definitely inevitable. Resplendent Myrrh is going to happen at some point. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't know how. But it's going to happen. So we just need to be prepared for it. That's all I'm saying. 4 stars. It was actually a lot harder for me to come up with 5 stars compared to 4 stars. I actually had to trim my list down from 4 stars because I had about 15 of them initially, maybe more. So I had to slim it down a bit. But some honorable mentions I'll give. Crom. I think he needs it. Female Corrin, male Corrin, any of those guys definitely need it. Camilla, I think, is inevitable. I don't really care one way or another. My boy Lucius had to get dropped, unfortunately, for, diversity reasons. But Adult Tiki will stay. She will stay. And she will get a Resplendent. Probably never, but that's okay. I still like her. I don't know. I guess I could put flowers on her. Infantry flowers are so hard to come by, though. So, I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I wish that she would have gotten it over base Tiki. The young Tiki. Yeah. But, I don't know. I guess I get it. She's the original Tiki. This is down the road Tiki. I don't know. I'm still bummed about it. Alright, let me feel my feelings. Adult Tiki would be awesome. Someday, maybe soon. Shout outs to Merrick also, who didn't make this list, who was on my original. I think you should still get it. Obro. Give me Resplendent Obro. I asked, please, make it happen. You gave me Bride Obro last year, and that was dope as hell. Please do it again this year. Please do it again this year. That's all I'm asking for. May. I'll never not want Resplendent May. I'll never not want Resplendent May. It's another blue tome. Her stat line is meh. Alright? Give me a reason. Give me a reason to use this May. Because frankly, I just use Micaiah's at this point. I just Micaiah emblem everything, and then it's problem solved. But that doesn't really help me in limited maps and things like that, which is why I'm in the process of building up some of these older characters. We just rebuilt Lilina on stream last night because it was like, huh. My Binding Blade options are limited. And, I feel like Valentia is kind of the same. May is usually my MVP, but it's not without effort. It's not an easy win, man. I'm just saying. So, you know, getting us up to 40 speed would be great. Someday it'll happen. Olivia. Again, dancer syndrome, right? So, I mean, I don't know that we'll get a resplendent dancer. I don't know who it will be when that time comes, but Olivia's been around for a while, bro. She is like pretty much the go-to dancer of every free-to-play person, I think, for the most part. Outside of maybe some of the new dance banners that have grails that we've gotten. But I don't know. She's always here, and I think nothing against the art. I don't mind the art. It just feels very pointy to me, and I don't understand. Like this, I don't know what's. It's odd. It's heavily outlined, but it's also sheer. I don't get it. My non-artistic brain doesn't understand what it's looking at, so maybe I'm just ignorant. I don't know. But yeah, it's very. I don't know how to describe it, but I like it, but I don't get it. It's confusing. Give Olivia a resplendent. Kaguro, not on my original list. Thought about her. Now that I know that this exists, I like it, and I want to do things with it. But again, limited resources, I'm always going to give a little extra priority to resplendence outside of absolute favorites, right? But I'm in kind of this build dagger mode. I don't know what it is, but I want to build more dagger units, which is why I've also got Soth on here, who... There's nothing wrong with Soth. Maybe someday he'll get a refine, and then, you know, Peshkats will be even better. I don't know. I think he's still the dagger with the highest attack. I think. Don't quote me. I don't know. I'm not your meta dealer, but yeah, man. Give Soth. Now that we have Micaiah, I know that Soth is possible, right? Because they were on the same banner. I believe. Zelgius is another option now. Maybe I should have put him in the 5 stars. Oh well. Obra we've talked about. Palla. A +10 flyer that I've had for a hot minute. I never use her on anything. I genuinely don't. This is, I guess, fun. Maybe I just need to make more Fire Emblem teams. I don't know. I like Palla. She's my favorite White Wing of choice. I guess the art could use maybe an upgrade. I like Cubone. I have no beef with it. I mostly just want the stats, man. I'm really just out here for the stats. Like, she's not really that speedy. She's not really super tanky. Her attack is good. She's just kind of... Her attack is good, but everything else is just kind of average. I don't want my Palla to be average, Ayaz. Give her extra stats, please. Bowie. I built this Bowie. I don't regret it. But also, I need more stats. Same thing with Palla, right? It's kind of Palla syndrome all over again. It's just kind of mediocre at stuff. And we've had a lot of banger green tomes come out, but nobody can do what Bowie does because of Inscribed Tome. And I like that. He's got close counter built in. I like that. Come on, IS. Help a guy out. This. Tale to You. Definitely on my high priority list at this point. I have been slowly gathering the resources to build a Tale to You. And I just haven't been inspired enough. Right? So the speed is kind of middling. Stats aren't great. So she's pretty much going to be like a fast glass cannon type of tome unit, right? That's pretty much what she's meant to be. She's got the swift built into the tome of Thoron.
Well, I'm worried about you, so I decided to protect you.
You can't with those stats though, Tale to You. That's the problem. You need a resplendent. All right. My pride and joy. within the last year, this is probably one of my favorite units that I have built. And she's, like, relatively recent, too. It hasn't even been that long since I built her. She and Petrine are two of my favorite cavalry units to use of all time. Titania is good. Alright? This set makes her good. She needs to be better. I was very disappointed when her Refine came out. Alright? We got res tactics on her. That was it. That was it. Guys, that was it. Someone please explain to me. Someone please explain to me. We've got weapon triangle and res tactics. Titania deserved better than that. Alright? I'm gonna just say it. Titania deserved better than that. And we can make this right, IS. You and I. Together. Because I am an equal part in this. Together we can make this right. We can make Titania excellent. With a Resplendent. And I'll be honest, I really like her art too. But I would give that up for +2 to every stat. Alright? I want to make this set amazing, IS. I need the extra bump. Alright? Help a guy out, please. Please. Don't make her the Ting Queen anymore, okay? We need to slaughter. Please. So those are some Resplendents that I hope to see in the future. And actually, the original video came out on April 10th last year, so this is kind of like a full 1-year retrospect, right? Which is cool, and I'm glad that I did this outside of watching the really cringy video. But that is it for now for me, so in the comments, let me know what Resplendents are still wanted for you. Have you gotten any that you thought maybe were just a fever dream, and then you ended up getting them and it was like, oh my god, it's real? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for taking some time out of your Saturday to hang with me, and that's it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Know that. That is it. Thanks again. Until then, I will catch you next time.